Well, all right, people. So O'Reilly's apparently done at Fox News here. So I just wanted to talk about this for a little bit. I've been so exhausted with politics as of late. I mean, it's just like after the election, I kind of fell asleep on the political end of things. But I want to touch on this, because the election was just so long and tedious that even though my guy won, even though Trump won, it's just you're so exhausted after something like that. But so O'Reilly is now out at Fox News, and what does that mean? Well, I mean, you kind of saw it coming there. Um, and I made I was thinking yesterday that they should get rid of O'Reilly, and they did. Coincidentally, that they did today. I think they see the writing on the wall that he has this whole sex scandal. I don't know if that's true or not. But on one end, I'm kind of happy about it, but on the other end, I'm not because I think this whole sex scandal is probably blown out of proportion. I mean, any famous person has a lot, gets a lot of people accusing them of things they don't do to try to get money. So who knows if they're really true or not. Um, and did I hate O'Reilly? I mean, I didn't really hate O'Reilly. I thought, I watched him at times. I thought he was pretty good, for the most part during the election. I mean, I didn't agree with everything he did, but I mean, he's much better than like a Shepard Smith or a Megan Kelly. So, I mean, I'm kind of disappointed that they got rid of him. I would have, I didn't think he deserved to be in the primetime spot there. I think Tucker Carlson should get it. My boy Tucky C should get it, but I think they still could have kept him on because I mean he did have a reputation of um, again like not being terrible, but in my opinion, like I said, he wasn't terrible. I mean he was. I thought he was pretty fair to Trump during the whole election. And I thought he acted. I mean, he doesn't act biased in any ways. For the most part, from what I watched him, I mean, he's kind of a little bit gay when he does his caution, you're about to enter the no spin zone. So in like that aspect, he wasn't really relatable. He wasn't charismatic. Tucker Carlson is charismatic. He could draw in an audience. I mean, nobody wants to sit and watch a 1 hour show of boredom. I mean, he has people like Charles Sauerkrauthammer on his show. I mean, that guy is so old and boring. It is ridiculous. I mean, you're watching that guy. I mean, it's like they have puppet strings, hanging from himself to make him move. I mean, that guy is so fucking boring. But yet they keep putting him on the show. I mean, he puts all these guys on the show that nobody's ever heard of. Like, who the fuck is Bernie Goldberg? Who the fuck is Charles? Where do these people come from? Why are they on Bill O'Reilly's show? They suck. They're terrible, and their opinions are just so boring in ordinary. So he keeps putting people like that on his show, and it's boring. I mean, Tucker Carlson, on the other hand, will put some crazy person on his show and have a great fucking debate with them. I mean, that's what you got to do in politics. I mean, you can't just watch a show that's fucking 1 hour or 2 hours long and not have any comedy. You got to have some comedy aspect. You got to mix things up, and his whole stick is just really boring. I mean. And he was a neocon a little bit. I mean, he wasn't like a John McCain neocon. He wasn't that kind of neocon. But I mean, he was a little bit establishment Republican, in my opinion. But he wasn't terrible in that aspect. But so I'm kind of disappointed that they chose to remove him. But then they keep people like Shepard, Democrat Smith on their payroll. But it is a good thing because, like I said, he does not deserve to be in the primetime spot. He's getting older, and and they're really moving. Fox News used to be establishment Republican, but now they're starting to move closer to the, I guess, libertarian Republican, libertarian conservatives. Because as we've seen, Tucker Carlson got his own show. Then he took Megan's spot, and I assume he's going to take. O'Reilly's spot. I mean, that would make the most sense. I mean, he's getting the second highest ratings, I believe, to O'Reilly, and I think he deserves it. I mean, he's been entertaining. I think he draws in a new crowd to Carlson. So I think they should give it to him. I mean, that makes the most sense. I mean, I like Hannity. Hannity too is another good one. I don't know if Yeah, I think they should do. I think they do McCollum at 7, O'Reilly at 8, um, Tucker at 9, and Hannity at 10. I think they should do Tucker at 8 and put Hannity at 9, and I think that would be two good back to back there. So we'll see what happens, but O'Reilly's out, I guess. So I mean, like I said, he doesn't. I don't think he deserved to be fired, but he didn't deserve to be in the prime time spot. So somewhere in between. So I'm happy in one aspect, but I'm also disappointed in other. Because I mean, if you watch his show, he does cover some real topics. He does. You know, I mean, most of his show is stuff I would agree with. So there you go. And like I said, he's not biased. You know, for the most part. So I don't think he deserved to be fired. I mean, I think it's very lame. You know, some employers, some companies will automatically fire their employees or reprimand them if they have accusations against them. It's like, let's see this play out in court, and let's see, you know, if this is actually true or not. Because many times with celebrities, it's just bullshit. So there you go, people. There's my thoughts on O'Reilly leaving Fox News. Hopefully, Tucky C is going to be in that primetime spot now. So there you go, people.